Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Argers, and I work with transition programs at UNCW. I am the current coordinator.
Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Argers, and I work with transition programs at UNCW. I am the current.
Today, what we'll be doing the family chat. This will be our first family chat of the new academic year, 2022 to 2023. So welcome. We're so excited to be able to share valuable information. Just to let you know, what the family chat is a live video that we host about every month, and we try to provide valuable information that can help you as parents or students, if you're watching, valuable information to help you in the coming months of school year. So today with me, I have a special guest today with Housing Residential Life. I have Brittany Filbert with me. I'll give her just a few minutes to tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brittany Filbert. I serve as the Associate Director for Residence Life here at UNCW. I've been here for about 6 years, so this will be my 6th move-in. So I'm really excited to be here and to welcome all of you to UNCW, affectionately called the Dub, here in just a few days.
Thank you so much for being here,
Absolutely.
Brittany, and giving us your time. We just want to make sure we have even more of a smooth move-in. We know they already do a great job, and we're just here to help get the word out to help it where you guys feel like it's a little bit smoother, maybe a little bit less anxiety on the way up next week. So just some talking points. Feel free to write in the chat at any point. What we'll do is we will try our very best to answer your questions live if we have time. And otherwise, we'll have our representatives or my colleagues in the background answering questions that we can't speak to you live about. So the first thing that we're going to be doing, and we have some pre-planned questions for you, is we're going to first talk about what should you pack and what not to pack and where to find a packing list. So the very first question for you, Brittany, would be, where can families find a packing list?
Absolutely. So parents can find and students can find their packing list on our website. So our website is www.uncw.edu/housing. And we have a special website just for move-in to get you prepared for move-in. And that website is www.uncw.edu/housing/move-in fall. And on the left side of that screen, there's a drop-down menu and a list, and then there's a packing list. It's pretty robust, and it goes through all of the different items that students can bring or should bring or think about bringing with them as they pack up this week. One of the things that we like to say is that if you fill a U-Haul, you have overestimated the size of your residence hall room. And so please take a look at that list because there is a lot of great information and suggestions about what to bring. One of the things that folks tend to forget to bring that I just want to remind folks, they are here to get a great education. So please remember your school supplies. So all your clothes, something that's really important to you to make campus feel a little bit more like home, your personal items, toiletries, stuff like that. But please don't forget the school supplies. Sometimes our students do.
Perfect. Brittany, what would be some items that students should leave at home, maybe consider not bringing?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't allow pets, so please leave pets at home. That's first and foremost. But those items that, could potentially be unsafe to have on campus, so any type of weapons or anything like that, we don't permit in the residence halls. But then we also don't permit things that you might think we might. So I just want to just share with everybody, we don't allow candles in the residence halls or anything with an open element. And so toasters, usually our kitchen appliances that we tend to have at home, that we really don't think about, like our favorite coffee maker or something like that. If it has an open element, unfortunately, we can't have in the residence hall. So keep the air fryers at home, keep those toaster ovens at home. And if your coffee maker has a open element, keep that at home as well. One of the other things that we try to tell students to be cautious of bringing, there's a new trend to use LED lights,
Yeah.
lighting strips. And so those are not really great for our walls in our residence halls. So we prefer students, if they like to decorate their rooms using different lighting techniques, we prefer like the Christmas lights, and they use command strips.
Oh, perfect. So no
Yeah.
one's nailing anything in the walls. or
Exactly,
anything. Makes
exactly.
it so much easier, especially when you have to move out, right?
Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
well, thank you for that. We talked about that. So now that and also in some of your residence halls, you have like a kitchen or something downstairs, right?
Absolutely. We do have a common and community kitchen in every single one of our residence halls. So if you're someone who likes to cook, we do recommend our dining halls as well. But, from time to time, if you wanted to cook in the residence halls, you can bring some pots and pans and a few kitchen utensils to use in the residence hall.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I was here with orientation. One of the students was able to show me some of your facilities and I
Yeah.
was really impressed. It was beautiful and I got to see the room and everything. So I think your students are really gonna have a lot of fun and be really excited about their move in next week and their new room and how they can decorate. So just keep your student excited. I know it can be nerve-wracking, but it's gonna be an exciting time.
Absolutely.
Now that we've talked about what to pack, what not to bring, let's go ahead and move on to what is move-in gonna look like? So what will drop off look like? Let's start from there.
Absolutely. So beginning, depending on your designated move-in day, so everyone has a different day, either August 19th or August 20th, depending on the residence hall that you live in. And so please make sure that you are arriving on your designated move-in day. And what you're going to do is you're going to arrive to our Trask Coliseum. Trask is located parallel to South College Road in Wilmington. And so it's really close to the front of campus. And that is our central check-in location. So all students will arrive there. And that's when we'll process their paperwork and get them checked in. We ask that all of our students bring a formal ID, identification card. So either a driver's license, your student ID that you got during orientation would suffice as well. If you don't have either of those two things, you could bring your passport and we can get you checked in, or a state issued ID, excuse me.
Nice. That's great.
And so at that location, we will process your paperwork, get you checked in, and get you your key, excuse me. And then from there, we will escort you to your residence hall and get you moved in.
Perfect. Thank you. So we talked about that. And so who can help them bring up their stuff?
Absolutely. So your friends and family members who may join you to move in can help you unload your car and move your items into our residence hall and into your new home. So anybody who really comes with you can absolutely help you move your items into your room and get you situated. We also will have volunteers to help you move in as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of our students student workers in the office, and she said that people are running up and start grabbing your stuff. And it's this whole experience that other schools might not have, is where we come and have volunteers to come assist you, run up your stuff to make it easier. I hear it's really fun.
Yeah, it's something to see. That's the best way to describe it. We pride ourselves on being able to unload a car before you can even imagine. We do it so quickly. We try to make sure that our families and their students are not lifting anything. We do our best with that. And we really just want it to be a happy day, a fun day. So we try to relieve as much burden as possible. Our facilities are large, and so going up and downstairs can be quite a lot and tiring for folks. So we try to take on that burden for folks. So it's quite the show to see, and yeah, we're looking forward to hosting it soon.
Who knew that moving could be so much fun?
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I never would have thought until I've seen this, that it would be so much fun and like such an amazing day. So thanks for
Lots of
hosting all
spirit,
that,
it's high
making
spirited.
it fun, because it can be hard to move out. And
Absolutely.
so it's fun to bring it and it's all exciting. Oh, I'm just excited thinking about it. Can families stay to help their students unpack, or do they need to drive off and say bye, or how
Yeah.
does that work?
Absolutely. So they'll have the whole entire day to kind of stick around and stay. Now, beginning around dinner time, we would ask that, parents say get their goodbyes and depart campus, but they have plenty of few hours to settle in their student and get the rooms ready and decorate and get the items that they might need. And then go to lunch and then kind of say their goodbyes. So
That's perfect. So
Yeah.
just enough time to unpack, but also to
Get
give their
settled.
students some time on their own to decompress and unpack everything on their other things on their own. So that's perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
Some parents, I've heard both ways, that some of them they just drop off their stuff, the car's unloaded and they say bye, have fun.
Yeah.
And then there's some parents who want to stay, longer. And so it just depends on you and your preference and what you and your student want to do for that day.
Absolutely.
But recommended, please give them the afternoon to relax and decompress.
Absolutely.
So thanks for covering that. Oh, let's see, okay, now that we covered move-in and we covered what to pack and not pack, let's go ahead and talk about what about the role, is there going to be someone there, like an RA or a residential assistant there to help during all this process after move-in?
Absolutely. So there's going to be so many people around to help during the move-in process. And so our new students will meet their area live-in staff members when they arrive. And so we have a dynamic team of resident assistants. They are student peer leaders who are available on every floor. And so while our new Seahawk is moving in, their RA is going to actually be on the floor greeting them and welcoming them to campus and telling them about special events happening that weekend, and really just being that initial friend to them and support as soon as they walk through the doors. And so we'll also have our professional team available, as well as some folks outside of housing and residence life helping that day who will be around our residence hall. So there's quite a number of people who will be available during move-in day to support and help your student move in.
Perfect. Wow, it sounds so exciting. How you
Yeah.
just explain it and everything. Man, I'm excited to see all the happy faces. And there's so many events that are coming up too. So
Absolutely.
that's awesome that the RAs are able to assist and handle anything that may come up or any concerns. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
are they there all night or?
Yeah,
are
absolutely.
they-
So our team is there 24 hours a day. There is someone always available. Our RAs live with our students, and so do we have paraprofessional graduate students who live in the residence halls, as well as full-time staff members who live in the residence halls too. And so they are available to support and help serve as a resource at any time, any day. They're always available.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That always makes it a little bit easier when you're
Yeah.
going to a new place, knowing exactly where you can get help. And it's not just during the day, it's also at night too.
Yep.
So that kind of just trying to get situated, it kind of makes it feel a little bit better having that.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I hear your RAs are extremely well trained too.
And they're
Ab-
actually going through training right
Oh,
now.
wow.
So
Really?
they are working really hard to get our residence halls ready, and get them decorated for you all, as well as learning a little bit about their roles and getting trained up. So they've been on campus for a week now, and they have about a week to go in their training process. But we have an incredible
Oh.
team this year, and we're looking forward to our residents coming back.
Do you by chance know, if you don't, that's
Mhm.
fine, how many RAs you have this year?
Absolutely. I know it to the T. We have 112 RAs this year.
Wow.
And so it's the largest RA team that we've had. And they're just a dynamic group of students. I can't wait to the residents. I can't wait for the residents to come and interact with them. They showcase all that they've learned these last
That's
couple of
awesome.
weeks.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I've talked to a few of them, and they're just so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really great students. So I'm really excited that your students will hopefully make some more friends, and then they also can help bring support and link them to other students that they might get along with and show them about different events that are going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get them connected
Yeah.
Get them connected
Yeah.
on campus, get them connected to resources on campus. The RA is really knowledgeable about all the happenings
Mhm.
and services that we have at UNCW. And so if your student is unsure about something, whether that's how to get to class those first couple days or where to go for help, or just want to get connected and do something a little bit different, their RA is the best person to reach out to first.
Perfect. The last couple of questions, before we start moving on and wrapping everything up is, so a common question that I heard at orientation was, can students change their roommate?
Yeah, absolutely. So over the summer, we had a wish list in which if students were interested in getting a different room assignment, we were taking those requests, and we actually was able to fulfill about 150 requests over the summer. So our amazing assignments team worked tirelessly to do room changes as different requests became available and different options and accommodations became available. At this time, however, because we're so close to move-in, we're actually pausing our wish list. And so for the next few weeks, we do what we call, it's almost like a freeze. It's like a room change freeze. And that's just to make sure that we can get everybody in and we do our occupancy checks, make sure everybody who's supposed to be here are here. And then in about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, we'll go ahead and open up an open room change process. And so what we ask is that, you arrive to campus and you really take advantage of where you're living. Our motto is love where you live. And we know that to be true regardless of where the housing assignment is, and try to get to know your roommate. And if things come up, please let us know, let your RA know so that we can, mitigate a conversation between, you two, and just have an open mind about the new experience. But if for whatever reason it doesn't work out or you feel like it's not working out in the next, like I said, when open room change starts, which is at the end of September, we'll be able to, facilitate room changes.
Perfect. Thank you. I know for me, when I was living with roommates, it helped me to have that conversations of what are your pet peeves, or what annoys you, or what can I do to help make this, how we can work together.
Absolutely. When I did the same thing, I had a college roommate, and really just having a conversation about our differences and our similarities really went a long way. And I had the best experience. And I didn't know my roommate when I showed up that day. So they didn't know me either. And it worked out really well. And it's just about communication and having an open mind, and taking advantage of getting to live with somebody else and learning somebody else. And we tend not to have too many roommate issues, but they do come up. And so we're honest. Not everybody is compatible. We're honest about that. But if we can do anything to help support our students in finding an accommodation where they can love, then we'll do our best.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like a lot of great services and the opportunities to do that and to work through some things. Because sometimes it's just a simple conversation and then be like, oh, that's all you need. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that was bothering you.
Yeah. I had no clue. You didn't
I'll
tell
pick up
me.
my socks.
Yeah. I'd be like, no big deal.
Yeah.
My roommate at the time, she ended up being she's still my best friend. Ends up, she didn't like minutes left on the microwave. And I'm like, I had no idea that bothered. And she's like, Allie, take the minutes off the microwave. And I'm like, okay.
No problem, right?
No problem. Turn the porch light off. Okay. It's just funny things that
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's no big deal. I just didn't bother me. So.
And when you live with your families in
Yeah.
particular, you don't realize how many like quirks you have, or you
Yeah,
know, so
yeah.
you find out all sorts of things
Mhm.
about new people. But that's what college is about. It's really about getting to know different people and being open-minded to that and kind of working through conflict in a
Yeah.
healthy way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we might as well learn it now.
Absolutely.
Learn it now while you're in college, learning how to conflict resolution, all these skills, but that's a lot of fun though,
Yeah.
too. Like we've covered a lot of fun topics of like just the excitement of moving and decorating your own room to the idea of not having to move your own stuff in, like having other people do that. So one last question is, what would you say is a very exciting, what's your favorite, most favorite part about housing and residence or move-in or any of that?
Oh my gosh, there's so many exciting parts. I'll just start from a whole list of, I love
Yeah.
moving. I think we do it better than anybody else
Yeah.
on the planet.
Yep.
It's a sight to see. It's a great operation, but it's just even more than that. It really showcases who we are as Seahawks and the collaboration and teamwork with pulling it off. And as we continue to grow a little bit and get a little bit bigger, we do it 2 days, and it's
Wow.
the same experience both days. And that's something I'm
Yeah.
really proud of.
Mhm.
And so moving is spectacular, and really all the festivities around moving
Yeah.
and that welcome back period, such as convocation. I love that. You know, your team works with a convocation and pulling that off and really
Mhm.
introducing our new Seahawks to who they are as scholars, right? And welcoming them into the academy. Love that energy. And I love what we affectionately call as FDOC, right? The
Yeah.
first day of classes and really getting students excited to be here in their routines. Those first few weeks of school, there is nothing better. And then just personally, I love my team. I get
Yeah.
to work with some of the best folks
Oh.
on campus, housing and residence life. All of my colleagues in that department really strive to make this place a bit homey for our students. And so all of the programs that we offer, our staff, highly trained
Yeah.
folks,
Yeah.
we are a dynamic crew. And that's my favorite part about UNCW. It's just working with my amazing team and really being able to live with our residents.
That's awesome. Like I can just feel your excitement, and it's awesome to see all that. We do have a live question that we wanted to discuss.
Yeah.
And we want to know, some of the parents out there are wanting to know what are specific appliances like air fryers, crock pots.
So in our residence halls, students are allowed to have any appliance that doesn't have an open element. And so what I mean by that is it's standard microwaves, refrigerators, coffee pots are usually the primary appliances that are permitted in our residence hall. Crock pots, air fryers, hot plates, toaster ovens are typically not allowed in our residence halls. So because of the open element feature of those appliances. So if it has one of those hot plate or coils, hot coils, those are open elements and they're not permitted. So toaster ovens, things of that nature are not permitted.
What about like a sandwich maker or a tortilla, like something on the lines of that, or quesadilla maker?
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things where if it has a open hot element, then the answer is no, like waffle makers or quesadilla makers. They're kind of the same function. So they would not be permitted in the residence hall. Here's the caveat, because every residence hall has a kitchen. The item can be in the residence hall. They just can't use it in their room. So they can bring that item to the kitchen. Like if somebody really loves their quesadillas. I love my quesadillas. And so if somebody really loves their quesadillas and they have quesadillas every Monday night and they want to make sure that they're able to do that, then they can possess the item but they'll have to bring it to the community kitchen to use it. They won't be
Perfect.
allowed to use it in their residence room.
Well, for good reason too. We don't
Absolutely.
need someone catching a room on fire and then it going into the next room and then the next, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
lot.
a safety
Yeah.
concern. And so we try to minimize that as much as possible, just in the best interest of the safety of
Oh, yeah, I
everybody. And
agree.
so, like I said, if there are, students out there who absolutely have to have those items, they can have them. They just can't use them in their rooms. They will have to use them in the kitchen.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's smart that you have it, but they can have it in the kitchen area. They can bring it, but it just cannot be used in their room. And they can use it in the kitchen downstairs
Yep.
or at the very bottom.
Yep.
Awesome. Another question we got from a live chat would be, what about beds? Can they bring their own bed or?
So they can bring their own bed, but the rooms are are not like as big to accommodate another
Okay.
bed, right? So we wouldn't be able to take out any of our furniture. So if they brought another bed,
Okay.
where's that bed gonna go? I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I would recommend them not to bring their own bed. They can absolutely
Okay.
bring their own bedding because we don't provide the bedding. But a mattress topper, a mattress cover. I've heard of students bringing egg crates and stuff like that to really make their beds a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more cozier. But we do have extra large twin size mattresses. So that's the size for our sheets too. So if you're
Okay.
buying bedding, you want to look for the extra large twin size sheets.
Awesome. Let's see, do the beds come with, are they lofted?
Yeah, so some of our almost all of our areas can loft beds.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think, 1 second. Yes, all of our areas are loftable. So if that is something that would be of interest to our students, then we can work with them on move-in day to help them loft their bed. It's very
Mhm.
easy to do.
Mhm.
They can talk to their RA on their floor to provide it. You need a couple hands to do it,
Mhm.
but it is pretty easy to do. And so basically for those who are unfamiliar, lofting a bed just means
Mhm.
raising it a little bit higher so that
Mhm.
furniture can kind of go under it and you can
Okay.
kind of reorganize the room
Yeah.
a little bit to your liking. So if you wanted to bring a futon or anything like
Mhm.
that, you could kind of tuck it under the bed is kind of how we've typically seen it
Oh,
before.
that's nice. Yeah, space is very valuable.
Absolutely,
You
absolutely.
got to take advantage of like even every inch that you get. You take advantage of it and you appreciate it so much more. I know I did. So another thing is, does it come with safety railing?
So those can be requested. So some of our residence halls do have a safety, like if you decide to lock your bed,
Mhm.
you can, we can add a safety railing to it.
Oh, perfect.
And some of our residence halls do
Mhm.
already have that railing on it.
Mhm.
But we don't have them in all of our residence halls. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
just by request.
Oh,
Some
great.
students prefer them, some students don't.
That's
So
awesome. Alrighty, so we covered a wide variety of topics, can move into what you can bring, not bring, appliances, what you can do, the amazing staff that is here for your students, the amazing RAs that are also here to support them. I mean, how much better could we get than having a great housing team like this? Like, I am very fortunate that we're partnering up to do the chat. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart that for even having your time to talk with our parents today. And I know you guys are really busy right now too. You got to give them props because they are so busy right now. So we just want to say thank you for being here. And
yeah, absolutely.
we
It's
also-
our pleasure. And yeah, we look forward to welcoming you here in the next week or so.
Perfect. And then thank you, everyone who's watching on the family chat today. I'm glad you stayed tuned, and this session has been recorded and will be on our Facebook live feed and uploaded to YouTube later sometime this week or the following week. Let's see, if you wish to go back, oh no, sorry. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our staff. We have the transitions at uncw.edu page. And then, did you guys want to?
Absolutely. You can email us at housing@uncw.edu.
Perfect. Well, thanks again for joining us today. Have a great day, and we look forward to it, our next family chat next month in September. And we're going to be talking about Family Weekend, which will be on September 30th through October 2nd. And we are so excited to be able to have you guys all come down here and see Wilmington again and share more in the Seahawk spirit. Have a great day.